Hey there, this is Colin from Retro Radio Restore. I got a real surprise for you today. I got a package in the mail, and I'm in the kitchen, and I'm going to do a little quick unboxing video for you to show you what's in this. This is a very special treat that I picked up off of eBay. So stay tuned. I'll turn around the camera here and show you what I got. So here we go. Let's take a look at this. There's the box that it came in. You can see on the outside it says Zenith 8 transistor shirt pocket radio. So when you open it up, you see that there is the original instructions, an inspection card, oops, and a little note here from the seller that says batteries inside the case. So this is the leather case for the radio, and inside here is the package that held the original batteries right there. Now the cool thing about this is that the person who had this radio did not store the batteries inside the radio. And that's really important because by now these would have been totally deteriorated and would have corroded the inside. But as you can see, from even the look at this case, that is well marked, it is completely clean, and it doesn't even look like this case was ever used. I'm going to set that aside and show you this, which is the original earphones that came with the radio. You probably recognize those. These have these little curvature here for the back side of the ear. We all have those. And then here is the radio, which I find is just in the most fantastic condition. I've never seen a radio that's in this good of condition. You can see that the case is pretty much perfectly clean, and on the back is a sticker from the 32nd convention in San Francisco of the Association of Bridge Structural and, I have to read it sideways here, and Ornamental Ironworks. So this was given as a gift for people who attended this conference in 1964. So this was October of 1964, so this radio had been released, and you can see though that this thing was hardly used at all. I'm going to go ahead and open it up here. Let me show you that right here is where it's got a little bit of a scratch mark. This is where people would pry this thing with probably a knife or something to try to open it up to get to the back to put the batteries in. I've got a coin here, and let me lean over here and pick this up. I'm gonna clip that right there, and you can see why it got scratched. But it did get enough of it to get it open. And now you can see here's the back plate, which has a little bit of the circuit diagram, shows you where the transistors are and how to put in the batteries. And then there's this, which is this perfectly clean inside of a radio. And the thing that makes this particular radio so unique is that Zenith was one of the last manufacturers to produce transistor radios in the United States. Most had outsourced by this time to Japan or Korea. This one does have a printed circuit board, so it's not point-to-point, but as you can see, it's perfectly clean inside. That's the antenna here, and this thing has a little 2.5-inch speaker. That's where the earphone is, and these little coils that help keep the radio tuned. So I'm going to put some batteries in it here real quick, and let's turn it on and listen to it. So I'm going to use some new batteries. These are fresh batteries from today, not the batteries that you would find in the original box. You don't want to use those. But here, this is the radio batteries installed. I'm going to put it back inside. Now I'm inside, like I said, I'm inside my kitchen, and so we're well inside of the house. So let's turn this on and see how well it receives. Okay, you hear that static noise? That's the overhead lights here. Let me turn those off. That shows you how much interference LED lights will give you, but let's go back down here and listen to this. Yeah, that's a weak station. Here comes some strong stations. That's a religious broadcast system at 6:10 a.m. And there's WKNBR, which is in San Francisco. It's probably the strongest station in the Bay Area.
Westbound has been completely shut down.
There's KCBS.
Road, 500, 3510, and if you're in a broad campaign of atrocity, this year has taken a mental toll. To select the educational options that best fit their children. Fine print, but the regular loans, you don't want the 400. Channel Q.
Okay, well there you can see this thing plays perfectly. In fact, I'm very impressed that we're inside the middle of our house and we picked up so many stations on this. And you could hear the sound was really clear, except for the interference of the lights. Other than that, this thing is a treasure. Again, this is the Royal 59 from 1965. It's an 8-transistor Zenith radio made in the United States. One of the last transistor radios to be made in the United States. Anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more updates on all the radios that we're restoring. Take care.